There with all the day's business news. Up next, it's time for Truth or Fake with Charlotte Hughes. Charlotte, Nobel laureates are gathering in Germany this week for a meeting dedicated to the field of economic sciences. Hoping to join their ranks in the future is Donald Trump. The US president has repeatedly stated his desire to win a Nobel Prize, but a rumour has been spreading that the committee has actually removed him from the list of nominees. Tell us more.
That's right, Sharon. The US president has made no secret that he very much wants to be awarded the prestigious accolade, and some say that that is the driving force behind his endeavours to attempt to clinch ceasefire deals with both the war in Ukraine and the war in Gaza. But as you say, a rumour has spread that the Norwegian Nobel Committee has discreetly removed him from the list of Nobel Peace Prize nominees. Now, in this image, which has been doing the rounds online, we can see that it's stylised as a breaking news alert, and it alleges Nobel Committee quietly removes Trump's name from Peace Prize nominee list, citing violations of international norms and ongoing criminal proceedings. The committee stripped the nomination. As you can see here, we've got the Nobel Peace Prize official website in a bid to make this post look authentic. And this post in particular on Reddit garnered 47,000 upvotes, so very widely viewed and shared. Now, the rumour spread to other platforms, including here on TikTok, and it also spread to platforms such as X, as we can see in this post. Now, the rumour has sparked mixed reaction. One person here seems pretty outraged, saying they hope that this isn't sarcasm. And we have another person, on the other hand, welcoming this rumour, saying, obviously, the only sane step to make. Sharon.
Donald Trump surely won't be happy to be seeing all of this, but is it actually true, Charlotte?
The rumour is false, Sharon, and there are a number of reasons why this is. So first and foremost, the Nobel Committee does not confirm, nor does it publish, the names of Peace Prize nominees. Under Nobel rules, nominations are kept secret for 50 years. So there is no way for the public to actually know in real time who is nominated, and therefore no public list from which Donald Trump's name could have been removed. Now, some of the people eligible to nominate, including members of the government and leaders, heads of state, and former Nobel winners themselves, sometimes announce the names that they have put forward. But as the Nobel website explains here, any such remarks based on information released by the person or persons behind the nomination, they come from the people who put the names forward and not from the committee themselves. Now, the rumour is false. However, there is a grain of truth that may have inspired it. Back in November, Ukrainian lawmaker Alexander Mereshko stated that he had nominated Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. However, in June this year, he told a string of news outlets that he had withdrawn that nomination after discussions to halt the war in Ukraine stalled. That decision, though, of course, was that of a single nominator and not the Nobel Committee itself, Sharon.
Finally then, Charlotte, Donald Trump himself claims to have ended 7 wars, citing this as the reason that he should be awarded a Nobel Prize. Some, though, question the validity of that claim.
That's right, Sharon. But before I delve into this claim from Donald Trump, I think it's important to give viewers a little bit of context about how one actually goes about winning a Nobel Peace Prize. So the official website states that it is given to the person who has done the most or the best work for fraternity between nations, and it adds that it's been awarded for many different kinds of peace or concepts of peace. As I said earlier, anyone can be nominated for the prize, but it is then up to a panel of 5 experts appointed by a Norwegian legislative body to shortlist a selection of candidates and then finally put forward a winner. Now, as you mentioned, on the 18th of August, Trump claimed that he had ended 6 wars before upping that number to 7 when he was speaking with reporters. Now, the White House has since released a list of conflicts that he was referring to. Among them is that between Armenia and Azerbaijan. So earlier this month, a peace agreement between the two sides was announced at the White House, which saw the leaders of both countries nominate Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. Some analysts have described this as a genuine achievement, but some are more sceptical about some of Trump's other peace claims, such as those regarding India and Pakistan. Now, after tensions flared up in May, the neighbours did eventually come to a ceasefire deal, which Trump claimed was the result of a long night of talks mediated by the United States. Now, Pakistani officials, on the one hand, actually ended up nominating Trump for the Nobel Prize. However, India denied any US involvement in those discussions and said that they only took place solely between India and Pakistan. Now, of course, ultimately, it is going to be up to the Nobel Peace Prize committee whether Trump is worthy of the accolade. Important to note, though, Sharon, that 3 of the 5 members of that committee have publicly criticised Donald Trump, so his path to clinching their votes is far from given.
Looking unlikely at this stage. Charlotte, thank you so much for all of that. That's Charlotte Hughes with tonight's Truth or Fake. Do stay with us. We'll be right back with more world news.